About 4 years ago, I was hired at a small business that provided a unique service to clients in our local community. The company had been around for about 10 years with very little growth prior to my arrival. While I worked at the company, we quickly became the top service provider in our region, and working there was a lot of fun. All of my colleagues and our clients were great, and the skills I developed were invaluable. But, of course, eventually things started to go wrong. Hi, I'm Allie. My annual performance reviews with the owner were always perfect, with no complaints. I was perfect at my job in every way. In fact, I would even step in to do my teammates' jobs if they were out sick or on vacation. I was carrying this business. Despite all of this, when the owner gave out bonuses at the end of the year, mine was considerably lower than my colleagues. I was shocked. After going above and beyond for years for that guy, that's all he was going to give me? I confronted the owner to talk to him about it. Are the bonuses tied to individual performance? And if so, what could I have done to earn more? The bonuses are not related to performance. You're just more replaceable than the others. I was furious. But I didn't want him to know that, so I kept my composure and replied, "Oh, okay." And then I went to lunch, after which I called my husband to talk to him about what had happened. He said, "Don't worry, honey, we'll come up with a plan together tonight after work. Go about your day as though everything is normal." Later that night, we discussed several scenarios, the potential outcomes, and consulted with a business advisor and a business attorney. With all the advice I received, I determined that I would resign from my role with a 2-week notice. The next day went a little something like this. "Hey, boss, while I've enjoyed my time working here, I've decided to pursue opportunities elsewhere. Please consider this the start of my 2-week notice." "You're fired. We don't need you, and don't bother coming back here ever again." For someone who called me replaceable, he sure was angry that I decided to leave. If I'm that replaceable, just hire someone else and replace me. Anyway, I figured there was a good chance he would get angry and fire me when he heard that I was quitting, so I prepared. Since he handled this interaction so poorly, I don't feel bad about what happened next. Over the next 2 weeks, I started my own business that offered services that directly competed with those of my old employer. However, my services were higher quality and more customizable and could be individually tailored to each client. I knew clients wanted these offerings, and I had proposed them at my old workplace, but the owner was too stubborn to change and basically believed that any ideas other than his own were stupid. Oh well, his loss, my gain. I also kept in touch with my former colleagues from my old workplace. I never asked about the company, but occasionally they would vent to me. They told me that the quality of service had gone down since I had left, and clients were not happy. This made the work environment much worse, and morale was at an all-time low. I also found out that 1 part-time and 2 full-time people were hired to fill my role, and a couple of my responsibilities were outsourced to external companies. This certainly cost the owner much more than he was paying me. Over the next 3 months, my business saw rapid expansion due to the quality of our services, and I was able to hire many of my old colleagues. They were able to jump in on day 1 with very little training because they were the best employees at my old job. The service quality at my old workplace continued to crumble, which sent more clients to my business. Shortly after that, my old workplace closed. In just a matter of months, they went from being a top service provider to nothing. And to think, all of this could have been avoided if the owner just compensated me fairly. Oh, and get this, my old boss is now searching for a job. How do I know this? Because he applied for a position at my husband's company. It really is a small world. I told my husband that I think his company should bring my old boss in for an interview, but when he arrives, surprise, I'm the interviewer, and all I say is, "How replaceable am I now?" My husband, rightfully so, said no to that idea. So, to recap, my boss underpaid me, then got angry and fired me when I decided to leave, then hired 3 people to do my job, and then went out of business, all because he wasn't willing to pay me what I was worth. It looks like my boss's company was replaceable, not me.